And now, from California, land of earthquakes and fires, it's snack time!
Welcome to today's Snackboy. Sometime last week or a couple weeks ago, I did a snack on a young guy who wanted my Gatorade. I was in the post office, and the kid wanted my Gatorade, and he was like, is that your Gatorade? And, well, you've probably seen it. If not, go back to the Gatorade. And now I've had another run-in with another child over a different kind of sugary drink. The drink is 7-Eleven's world-famous Slurpee. Let's stop for one moment and give Slurpee its due. The Slurpee. So I was in 7-Eleven, and it was one of those nights where I'm watching TV, and I think to myself, if I don't get up, get on some clothes, and get this boy a Slurpee, I'm not going to forgive myself in the morning. You know what I'm talking about? So I did. I got dressed. I went to 7-Eleven. It was Slurpee time, and there was no denying it, and there was no stopping it, and I'm looking forward to it. I open the doors of 7-Eleven. I walk in. I'm walking toward the back corner. You know, it's always that back corner where they make the Slurpees. And right away, I sense there's a problem, and I look, and in front of the Slurpee machine is a cute little blonde girl and her mother, and the Brat alarm just flashes. Brat, 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 you know what I mean? The Brat alarm. That's the alarm when you sense a Brat is present. But anyway, so I'm thinking to myself, oh no, this kid is what is going on? This kid is just blocking the Slurpee machine. So I said, about to get a Slurpee? And the girl just looks up at me and glares. I mean, for such a cute little thing, she's already, ahead of her time. She knows my game. She knows I'm trying to butt. And she just glares up at me like, I don't know what you think you're going to do. And her mommy's like, yes, we're getting her a little Slurpee. Come on, Rebecca, honey. Come on. This nice man wants to get a Slurpee. So why don't you hurry up, honey? Mommy, I want a mix. I don't want Coca-Cola. I want Coke and cherry Coke and strawberry. And her mom says, well, honey, go ahead and do it. Mommy, I want it to be good. Well, honey, just make it good. You'll know what to do. Come on, honey, do it by instinct. And so the little girl reaches up, and she puts a little cola in, and it splatters. You know how the first thing a Slurpee, you turn it on, splatters? And she's like, Mommy, it's messy. And her mom said, come on, honey. Rebecca, come on. Just pour that part out and start again. So the girl dumps the Coke, and she starts again. Mommy, it splatters again. It's going to splatter again. And she said, Rebecca, honey, come on. Why don't you just go ahead and try the strawberry first? So she reaches over, and the strawberry comes out, and it splatters, of course. And she says, Mommy, it splattered too. And I said, well, why don't you just turn it on for a second, then put your cup under it? The girl goes, no, Mommy, it's going to make the cup messy. It's sticky. And her mom said, do you want me to do it for you? And she goes, no, I'll do it for myself. So she reaches up, and it splatters, but she keeps going. Thank you, God, she keeps going. And then she's got a little bit of Coke, and she has too much Coke, and she pours a little out, and then she's like, Mommy, they've got pina colada flavor. Can I have some? And she says, I don't see why not, Rebecca. So she reaches up, and she puts pina colada in, and then she stops, and she says, what if it doesn't taste good? And her mom says, why don't you take one of these straws and see how it tastes? And I'm sitting here thinking, I can't believe I've been in here for 5 frickin' minutes and little Miss Goldilocks frickin' son of a gun is taking so long at the Slurpee machine. There should be a law about how long you can take to make your Slurpee. I admit it is a work of art, though. It's kind of like a Play-Doh fun factory. Everything has to go in just right. It's a definite recipe for Slurpee success. Anyway, and Carla Cole from the sink, my good friend Carla, she always stands behind the fact that you don't mix Slurpee flavors. In fact, what does she call it? She said there's a word for it. Is it mudslide when you mix the Slurpee flavors? She said it just doesn't work. I happen to think that it can work. But this little girl was at an age where she was experimenting, but why can't she just let me go first? In 30 seconds, I could have been out of there. So she dips her straw in, and she tastes it, and she doesn't like it. Ew, I don't like the pina colada. It's gross. And her mommy said, well, why don't you pour that part out? No, it's mixed in with the Coke. And she said, well, okay, we can just start again, honey. So she grabs a fresh cup and she hands it to the daughter. At this point, I say, do you mind if I just get in there real quick? And the little girl looks up at me and goes, I was here first. And she said, oh, come on, Rebecca, let him go. And she said, no, 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 no. I was here first. You said I could get a Slurpee. And her mom said, do you mind if I know, honey, can you just be patient to me? And I was like,
Cut.
no problem.